Are you crooked? I don't think so. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Solar Movement, and my name is Ash. I am so happy to be moving with you guys today. Today we have an hour-ish practice of grounding down, of energizing and getting us ready for the day ahead. This practice may be a little cozy, but we might get a little fiery depending on what you're needing. So as always, listen to your body. Listen to where you're at and know where you want to go. But first, rooting down with where you're at in your body, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and then become aware of where you would like to go. Not as this huge goal, but as just maybe like it's there. And if we get there, that's great. And if we don't, you're still so rooted in who you are and where you're at today that we can still be grateful for what our bodies can do. So this practice is about also being thankful for what we can do with our bodies and not frustrated with what they can't do. I have my trusty sidekick, Molly, joining us today. She may be in and out of the frame. So thank you for letting us be here with you guys. And let's get started. If you have blocks, please grab them. If you don't have blocks, find something similar because they do come in handy. Your balance may be different than what it was yesterday. So just be gracious with where you're at again. So I'm sitting on a meditation cushion. You can sit with your sit bones grounded into the mat. You can be seated in a chair. You can be lying down. You can be seated on a block, whatever feels comfortable for your body today. And go ahead and just get cozy. And start to notice your breath, closing down your eyes. Noticing if your breath is shallow or if you're even breathing. Take some deep breaths in through the nose. And open the jaw and exhale through the mouth. Releasing the shoulders down. Releasing any jaw tension. And releasing the eye creases. Notice if there's any tension residing in the eyes, the eyelids, the creases, the forehead, the brow. Go ahead and breathe into that area, relaxing any of those minuscule muscles that may be keeping you tense. Notice if you're tensing the belly, can you relax it? Take a moment here in silence, meditation, becoming aware of the sensations inside, and then become aware of the senses outside, the noises, the temperature of the air, the clothes resting on your body, the sights, if your eyes are closed or open, just be aware of what you see. The smell of the space you're in, and maybe the taste that's in your mouth. And now go ahead and call in your intention for this practice. Mine is gratitude for what the body can do. You can take mine and practice with it, or you can find an intention that suits you for today. Maybe it's something that you're going through, so maybe just more peace in your life, more love, more compassion. Or maybe it's just to move the body, to shift some energy, to energize for the day. Go ahead and reach your arms up, inhaling them towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, gather them at prayer, sealing the intention and bringing your palms down to your heart, bowing your chin slightly. And then from here, interlace your fingers, creating these double fists. And go ahead and roll your wrist in one circle, warming them up, and then switch directions. Switch directions again. Just finding something for it to feel. Maybe it might feel a little weird, but just notice. Go ahead and release them, and then find singular wrist here with each hand, and warming and spreading the fingers, maybe making fists and then flicking them open like this, like you're flicking out something, and then get your arms involved, allowing the shoulders to loosen, arms, flick, flick, flick. And go ahead and reach your arms back up, interlace your fingers behind your head, flip the palms towards the ceiling, and find a few shoulder rolls behind you. And notice that my palms are behind my head. So I'm not up here in front of my forehead, I'm behind. So I'm warming up the shoulders here. Switch directions. Aligning the shoulders. This is a really beautiful, wonderful technique to do to find more alignment in the spine. Aligning the shoulders where they're meant to be. You know, tech neck is a real thing, and we're constantly either looking on our phones or on our computers. So this is a great counter stretch to do. Reach your arms up, breathe in. And on the exhale, bow forward, coming off the prop if you were on one. And finding tabletop. So my wrists are underneath my shoulders, my knees are underneath my hips, and my back is flat. Spread your fingers wide and grounding down through each 10 knuckles that are on your fingertip. I'm just setting up my blocks for when I might need them. Just notice what it feels like. Press into all 10 fingers, so gripping them, and then release. Grip and release. Grip your mat, and then release. Grip, release. Beautiful. Now drop your belly, inhaling your chest forward for cow pose. Shoulder blades are down the spine. Belly is bellying towards the mat. And then exhale, round the spine. Push the earth away. Gaze is either at the navel or in between the thighs. For cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. And then here, stay rounded and send your hips towards your heels for child's pose. Stretch your fingers towards the front of your mat, releasing the shoulders and opening up the armpits. Press into your hands, gaze forward, and you're going to arch your chest forward, dropping the belly. Shift your pelvis down like you're doing cobra, and then gliding the elbows towards your side, lower down to your belly. Drop the forehead down. Press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet, and you're going to push up, rounding the spine and sending your hips back towards your heels. On the exhale, inhale, arch forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat, allowing the elbows to graze the sides of the body. Push into your hands, round the spine, pushing into the earth, child's pose. Inhale, arch forward. And then exhale, lower down to the belly. Stay here. Wag the hips left to right. Widen your fingertips off the mat. Elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling. Feeling this, and then push your elbows towards the front of the mat a little bit, creating some opening in the backs of the shoulder blades. I'm going to press into the fingertips, inhaling, lifting the torso, and then exhaling, lowering down. Rolling up, breathing in. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, press up, stay up. Exhale, drop your left shoulder down, gaze towards the right. Inhale, press up. And then on the exhale, right shoulder down, gaze towards the left. This feels so good, y'all. Inhale, press up, stay up. And then exhale, lower back down, lowering your forehead down to the earth. Bring your fingertips behind your low back. Interlacing your fingertips, press into the toe tips and stretch your knuckles towards the tailbone, towards the back of the mat. Reaching your torso and your chest up slightly. Spine is long, neck is long. Gaze down at the mat and don't arch it up. One line in the spine. Breathe here. Breathe out. Release your hands. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Press up into a half push-up so you're still on your knees. Shift forward, shoulders over your wrist, and glide the elbows halfway. Pause, and then press back up. And for chaturanga, remember there's a block here. I'm going to place it on option 2, where my chest will go. So this is where we're lowering for chaturanga. And notice my elbows are creating a 90-degree angle. So I'm not going below my shoulders. We're protecting our shoulders, my friends. Lower down towards the block and then push up. And when you're ready for the full chaturanga, these are just your options. So either knees, chest, chin, move through tabletop. You can lift up your leg, coming up on tiptoes. Lower down towards the block, flip the toes, inhale up dog or cobra, exhale down dog, send the hips high, press into the palms, chest toward your thighs. Heels can be lifted, knees can be slightly bent. Externally rotating the elbows, drop the shoulders away from your ears, shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Roll forward into that high plank. Lower halfway towards the block. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment, breathe in, and you can remove that block. And now you know. So visualize where that block is. So I'm going to roll forward, lower to where my block might be. Inhale, I'm using the strength of my biceps and triceps. And exhale, down dog, using the core, shifting that tailbone high towards the sky. Inhale. And on the exhale, widen your feet towards the outer edges of the space of your mat. Ground down through your left hand and reach your right hand towards the outer left leg. Peeling you out and over towards the left, underneath your left armpit. Ground down the right hand and then left. Reaching for the right. Left down and then right. Right down and then left. Twist. See if you can go a little deeper each twist. Left down, down dog. Walk your feet to hips width distance apart. Come up onto your tiptoes, lifting the heels, and bend your knees, sending your chest closer to your thighs. And pause. And then exhale, send your hips high again, down dog. See if your heels can touch the ground a little bit more. Now tiptoe to the front of your space. Feet can be hips width distance apart or big toes touching. Inhale, find your halfway lift. I'll be using my blocks to start out to show my friends that blocks are beautiful. Or you can be on your shins or your thighs. And exhale, fold down, bend the knees generously, connecting the chest towards the top of the thighs. Shift your weight forward into the toes. And then feeling the stretch in the back body. Ground your left hand down, bend your left knee, and swoop that right arm forward and up, swooping it behind you. That right leg is straight and down. Place the right hand down, bend the right knee, inhale the left arm forward and up and back and down. And find a few motions of this. Breathe your arms up. Exhale brings them down. Twist. Maybe flipping the palm towards the front of the ceiling. Last time on the left, inhale. And exhale, drop your hands down, bend your knees, spread all 10 toes. Slight bend in the knee, keep them buoyant, and sweep your arms up and press into your legs into stand. Inhaling the arms high, plug the shoulders down, and exhale your hands at heart center prayer. Open them up to Dasana, mountain pose, breathe in. And exhale them together at prayer. Inhale, send that prayer up, breathing in, plug the shoulders down, and then exhale, splice down the center, forward fold. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Keep your right foot grounded and send your left leg back, dropping the knee down. Blocks can be framing the right foot. Press the navel towards the back body, send the pelvis back down. Chest is lifted. Breathe. You can untuck your back toes or keep them tucked for stability, whatever feels right today. And make sure that you're drawing that knee in line with the hips. And notice if that right knee is going out towards the right. Draw it into center. Swoop your arms high, breathe in, gathering them at prayer, ondulaying the spine, and exhale, twist towards the right, hooking that left elbow on the outer right knee. Press into the palms. So if you notice, my right shoulder and my elbow is not going down. I'm finding that integrity, so I'm pressing and that right elbow is still remaining high above the right shoulder. Opening and twisting by plugging that elbow in and turning the chest towards the right. Feeling the opening in the right outer hip, the right outer glute. Breathe in and exhale. Swoop the arms high, breathe in, come through center. On the exhale, interlace the last 3 fingers, finding your steeple grip and straightening the front leg, flexing the right toes, and axing the arms out towards the left. My back toes are tucked for stability, and I'm feeling the stretch in the right calf and hammy. Keep the chest lifted, crown is long. Inhale, bend the right knee, plant the right foot, lift up, prayer hands, and twist towards the right. Breathe your arms up, find steeple grip, and exhale, straighten the right leg. Inhale, come up, bend the right foot, knee, exhale, cross. Inhale, bring it up, and then exhale, straighten that right leg, flex the right toes, pressing into the right heel, creating more resistance in the leg. And then from here, you're going to drop down onto the glutes. And then my left knee is still going to stay bent. So my left foot is on the outer left glute. Spine is long. Reach the arms high. Breathe in. Flex the right toes. And on the exhale, drop the right hand behind the right glute. Keep that left hand lifting towards the ceiling. Look down towards your right and press into your left knee, lifting your hips high and lifting the left knee, coming up onto the left tiptoes. Point the right toes. Stay lifted. Now drop the left knee down. Bring the left foot in front with your right. Reach your arms high. And exhale, forward fold over the thighs. Press into the heels. Take 2 breaths here. So we're still going slow. It's still the beginning. We're warming up our body. Getting in tune with what we need. Getting in tune with our intention. I am grateful for where my body's at today and what it can do for me today. Reach the arms high, inhaling. Exhale, drop the hands behind you, fingers facing the front of your space. Point your toes and lift your hips. Woo! Some Pilates action here. Drop the hips, point, flex the toes, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold over the thighs. Inhale, swoop them high. Exhale, drop them behind you, lift the hips, point the toes, any amount. See if you can press into the hips up towards the ceiling, stretching the shoulder tips. Dropping the hips, breathing your arms high, and exhaling, shifting forward, folding over. And notice if you can fold a little bit deeper each time. Lift your arms high, inhale, drop them behind you, and this time just shift back slightly, engaging the core, and lift your heels off of the earth and hold here. Lift the chest, roll the shoulder blades down the spine. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees in, cross the ankles, roll forward into a tabletop. Drop the belly for cow. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Widen the feet, press into the left hand, reach your right hand and twist. Inhale that right hand back. Exhale, twist towards your left with your left hand. Inhale, place it down. Exhale, right twist towards the left. In and out. In. And then on the exhale, walk your toes, lift the heels, roll forward into a high plank, pause, and choose your chaturanga. You can drop down on your knees, lower halfway, inhale, it can be cobra or up dog, lifting the thighs and the knees, and exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step or hover towards the front of the mat, walking your feet if that's where you're at. Find a halfway lift, breathe in, choose your options. And exhale, fold. Inhale, roll one vertebra up at a time towards stand. Reach the arms high, breathe in. Exhale, palms at heart centered. Tuck the chin. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, palms to heart center. Take a second here. Reach the arms high, breathe in, send that prayer up. Exhale this time, send the hips forward, engage the glutes, open up the elbows, cactusing them, opening the heart. Inhale them high, finding your prayer. Exhale, fold down towards your toes. Shake your head yes, and then shake your head no. Find a halfway lift, breathe in. And then exhale, plant your hands, and this time leave your left foot in front, right toes behind you, drop the right knee, framing the foot with the blocks if that feels good. Drop the pelvis down, lift the heart high. Close your eyes, take a few breaths. Swoop your arms high, breathe in. Exhale, gather your palms at prayer and twist towards the left, hooking that right elbow and gazing out towards the left, leaving that left elbow high. Pressing your core into the navel to find a deeper twist. Reach your arms high, inhale. Exhale, straighten the left, steeple grip, and flex the left toes and finding that axe motion towards the right. This feels so juicy, you guys. Press into that left heel, bend the left knee, inhale, prayer. Exhale, twist towards the left. Inhale, swoop the arms high, steeple grip. Exhale, straighten the left, find the half splits. Inhale, bend the left knee, prayer. Undulating the spine. Exhale, twist. Keep the chest lifted. Try not to collapse. I noticed I was doing that. Reach your arms high, inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg, axe. And then come down onto that left hip, bending that right knee, heel on the outside of the right glute. Flex the left toes towards the ceiling. Reach the arms high, inhale. Exhale, drop the left hand behind you, behind that left glute. Press your hips high, point the left toes, come up onto the right tiptoes. My left wrist is underneath my left shoulder. Drop your hips down. Bring the right foot in line with your left, finding staff pose for a moment. Reach the arms high. And exhale, fold. Inhale the arms high. Place them down, fingertips facing the front. Lift the hips, point the toes, stretching the shoulders. Drop the hips, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale them high. Exhale, lift the hips, point the toes. Drop your hips down, reach the arms high. And then exhale, place them behind you, lean back, shifting, engaging the core. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heels. And this time, you're going to bring the knees in and lower halfway onto the forearms. 9 more. In, out. 7. Breathe. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring your knees in, cross the ankles, maybe the different ankle on top. Roll forward, tabletop. Drop your belly for cow. Inhale, exhale, round the spine, push the earth away, tuck the toes, down dog. Pedal out the feet, take a moment, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling, stick out the tongue. Letting any of that pent up energy out. Inhale. Stick out the tongue. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and press into high plank. Pause, press into the earth. Back is long. Heels are above my toes. And choose your chaturanga, lowering half down. Inhale, choose your push-up if you choose to do so. And then exhale, downward dog. Gaze forward. Step or hop towards the front. If you're hopping, remember it's about hovering instead of doing whatever you are. What else you doing? Find a halfway lift, breathe in, and then exhale, fold. Maybe this time wrapping your arms around your calves and see if you can gently press your chest closer to your thighs, finding a deeper stretch. Press into your feet, bend your knees, press up into stand, strong muscle to bone. Exhale, prayer to heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Opening up, exhale, prayer. Send that prayer out, breathe in. Maybe from here, lift that left leg behind you and bend the left knee instead of collapsing into the spine. Drop it down and then bend the right foot behind you, or just maybe leaving it straight. Finding a little bit balance here in the standing leg. Drop the right foot down. Press the hips forward, squeeze the glute, open up the chest, exhale, cactus. Inhale the arms high, finding prayer, exhale, folding down. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Then ground your hands and send your left leg back, but keep the left knee lifted this time. And energizing the thighs together, press down into the right foot. Find a second here, breathe. And then left hand shifts out towards the left and reach the right arm high. And then maybe coming on the outer edges of the feet. and sending the left hip down. Inhale, turn the toes back towards the front. Exhaling, twisting, coming on the outer edges, dropping that right hand behind you. Inhale, lunge. Last time, exhale, twist. Inhale, come up. Then exhale, swoop the hands high, finding your crescent lunge, lifting the chest, engaging the belly. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, extends through the spine, and exhale, twist towards your right. So hooking that left elbow on the outer right knee, press into your palms, gently lifting that chest towards the right. Reach the arms high, breathe in. And then on the exhale, drop that left heel down, warrior two. So my right heel's in line with my left, bend the right knee, straighten the left. Hips are below my rib cage are below my shoulders. Parallel the arms, look towards the right. You guys are doing so great. Flip the palm, straighten the leg, inhaling, reverse triangle. Exhale, bend the right knee, spiral the left hands down, reach the right arm high. We were here just a moment ago. Plug down onto the left hand and come onto the outer edge of the left foot and bring that right leg on top of the left, sending the hips high for side plank. You can always drop your left knee down for more support. And maybe for some extra spice, reach that right leg high towards the sky. And then maybe if you want to bend your knee behind you, reach for the foot, finding a quad stretch. And you can be on your knee for this as well. And then maybe drop that right toe behind you. And if you're on your knee, you can just lift your hips high. And if you want to go into wild thing, that left leg is straight, right knee is bent. Lifting the hips high. Maybe cradling the head with the right hand. Spin around, keep the right toes lifted, finding your high plank. Then exhale, twist that right knee towards the left elbow and extend it long, coming on the outer edges for fallen star. Lift the hips high, breathe in. Exhale, drop the left hand down, swoop that right leg high, downward facing dog, or three-legged dog, excuse me. Inhale. And exhale, drop that right knee down in between the center of the mat. Find your blocks, or you can find your hands. Lean forward, lift that left toes high, bend the knee, reach the right arm forward, and shifting it behind you, reaching for the top of the left foot and pressing into it. Finding the quad stretch on the left this time. Release the left foot. Keep it lifted and bring it on the outside and around the left right knee, shifting the right foot towards the left and hinging down. Fingers are in front of you. Take a beat. Roll forward. Bring that right foot in line with the middle of the mat. Left unravels. Tabletop. And tuck your toes. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale, sigh something out of the mouth. I'm just fixing my mat. Roll forward, high plank, and choose your vinyasa, chaturanga, high or low, or child's pose. Down dog. Gaze forward, step or hop towards the front of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold down. Roll up slowly, one vertebra at a time by pressing into your feet. Lift the arms high, inhale. Exhale, prayer to heart center. Open up the palms, breathe in, Tadasana. Exhale, prayer to heart. Release the jaw. Take a moment. You guys are so strong. Breathe the arms up. Keep them lifted, and maybe the right leg goes behind you now, finding that balance. So the chest is going forward and you're not collapsing in the spine. Drop the right toes, and now bring the left back behind you. Drop the toes, reach the arms high, and on the exhale, cactus your arms, opening the chest. Reach your arms high. Exhale, fold down, my friends. Planting your hands, send your right leg back behind you for that lunge. Grounding down into the left toes, and shift that left knee in line with the left ankle. Engage the belly. Place your right hand down more towards the edge of the right side of the mat. Lift your left hand high. Breathe in and exhale, outer edges of the foot, opening that left knee towards the left and dropping the right hip down, left fingers behind you. Yeah. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, energizing the thighs together, reach up high, crescent lunge. Exhale, sink deeper. Reach high, breathe in, and prayer twist towards the left, hooking that right elbow. Reach the arms high, inhaling. Exhale, drop the right heel, warrior two on the left side. Left knee's bent, right leg strong. Hinge into the left knee, but don't make it above in front of the left ankle. In line with the bone. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. Strong warrior. Flip the palm. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. And reverse that triangle. High-fiving the back wall. Bump that hip towards the right. Drop the right shoulder down. Inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee. Spiral your right hand down and the inside of your left foot and lift the left arm high. Ground down through the right hand. Come on to the outer edge of the right foot. And you're going to find that side plank on the right side this time. Press into the right palm. And remember, you can be on your right knee for this. Lift the left leg for some extra spice or stay as you are. Bend the knee, reach for the top of the left foot, quad stretch. Woo! I need to create some more space for myself here. And then finding wild thing, dip those left toes behind you, straighten the right leg. Lift the chest towards the ceiling. Drop your left hand down, pivot back around, keep that left leg lifted. Inhale. Exhale, connect it toward your right elbow, twisting, and then dropping the left foot out, coming on the outer edges, lift the hips, fallen star. Right hands towards the ceiling. Drop the right hand down and lengthen that left leg high for three-legged dog, inhaling. Exhale, drop that left knee in the center of the mat, lift the right leg. Hinge forward, grounding down through that right hand. Lift the left arm forward, bending the right knee, finding the top of the foot and kicking into the hand. So you're opening up the left shoulder. Release the foot from the hand. Keep that right foot lifted and then cross it over the left knee. Kick the left foot out towards the right and send your hips down. Oh, y'all, this feels so good. Fluttering out the lips. Calm your breathing. Notice where your mind's at. Can you come back to your breath? Come back to you. Press into your hands, roll forward, kicking that left leg in line with the left hip. Bring that right out. Tuck the toes and find your downward facing dog. Last chaturanga here. Inhale, roll forward, pause in the high plank. Exhale, lower halfway, choose your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. So strong, my friends. Inhale that right leg towards the sky, three-legged dog. And then on the exhale, bring it forward in between the hands. Low lunge. Grounding down through that right leg. Find your blocks or the mimicking, or just play with your strength of your balance. You're going to lift that left leg high behind you, balancing on the right foot. If you want to play without your blocks, lifting your hands, finding your hands in prayer, an airplane. And then swoop that left leg in front of you for one-legged Tadasana. Bend the left knee, flex the left toes. Inhale here. On the exhale, twist the left hand behind you. Grab the left knee with the right hand. For this little twist, we're preparing for this. You can stay here. Find that drishti point, the focus point that's going to help you balance. So option to stay here, or to grab the left toes with your right peace fingers and kick that foot into the fingers towards the front and gaze behind you. Woo! If you get out, just get back in. It don't mean nothing. It's just yoga. Release, swoop that left hand up, drop that left foot down, and then bring your right knee high and exhale. Extend it behind you, high lunge. Now we're going to practice with an arm balance. So finding that prayer twist, hooking that right elbow, and then hooking that left elbow towards the outer left hip. We're going into a version of flying pigeon, side flying pigeon. I don't know the name of it, so if you do, please comment. You're going to drop the hands in line with the shoulders. So my hands are in line with my shoulders, my right elbows into the right knee, or my right elbows into the left knee, my left elbows into the left hip. I'm going to lift the left foot and then the right. And I'm going to drop it down, swooping my legs back around, bringing my left to meet my right and walking my feet back for a little yogi squat. You can pause the video. We're going to go into the other side. Have fun with it. It's not that serious. Pause and just opening up the hips, the knees. Coming back to your oneness. Breathe. And exhale. Place your hands down. Walk your hands forward, finding downward dog. Inhale the left leg high. Then on the exhale, bring it on the inside of both hands. Ground down through the left foot. Find your blocks. And then extend your chest forward, lifting the right leg off the ground behind you. Airplane warrior 3. Play around. And then swoop that right leg in front of you, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, grab that right knee, the left hand, and then maybe finding the dancing Shiva. Release the foot, keep it lifted. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, drop the right foot down, lift the left knee, place it behind you, high lunge. And now going into the side crow. So twisting over towards the right, hooking the right elbow on the outer right hip, left elbow on the inner right knee, placing it down, lifting one leg and then the other. Breathe. You come on your head, it's a little fun little, and then play. Push up, drop down, pivot back around, walk your hands towards the back, Malasana squat. Hands that prayer, take a beat. Reach your left hand out towards the left, open up the right towards the ceiling. Bring your hands back at prayer, and right out, left up. Bring your hands back in prayer, inhale, and exhale, drop your hands down and just drop your knees, finding a tabletop. Finding what feels good. If you need to go into child's pose or stretch out the wrist, my fingers are facing my knees. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to be intuitive with what you need in your body to ground it down as we go down before we get into Shavasana. So we're going to do some stretches before then, but give your body what it needs now. Press into your palms, finding tabletop wherever you were. Find your block. We're actually going to go into a small little heart opening and place your block in between your thighs. Squeeze your block and come up onto your shins. Roll your shoulders and then just give the body a little shake. Shake, 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 shake. Now reach your arms high, inhale. Exhale, swoop them behind you. My palms are on the low of my back, my fingers facing the earth. I'm going to pull my elbows in through center together, and then I'm going to lean back, stretching the quads, press into the back, opening the chest. So I'm pushing my chest up and pressing the backs of my palms for the supported camel pose. Option to stay here, and if you want to go deeper, you can obviously remove the block from the inner thighs. Drop one hand down, and then the other, and press up. And then lift yourself up by pressing your palms into the low spine and finding a child's pose. Slow the heart rate, slow the breath. You're not dying. You did not die. In fact, you made it. You survived. Press into the hands, roll forward. And bring that right foot on the outside of the right hand. Drop the pelvis down for this low lizard. And connect that outer or the inner right knee to the outer right tricep. My shoulders are in line with my wrist. You can stay like this, or you can put your hands underneath the blocks. But if you need something a little deeper, you can drop your forearms down onto the blocks or even the earth. Find the space that works with your body today. Remember, yoga is a practice. It's not a perfection. So the more you practice, the deeper you get. And the deeper you get, the more you practice. It's an ongoing journey. You never make it to a point. And if this feels good, stay here. If you want to go even deeper, keep your left forearm grounded, bend your left knee, reach for the left top foot. My right hand is underneath my right leg. I'm shifting forward, finding that quad stretch. Release that left foot, press into your palms, lift your torso, and then heel toe that right foot on the edge of the left side of the mat. Drop your shin and your right knee down. Keep that left toe tucked. We're going into pigeon. Keep the hips in line with the earth, parallel. Press up through the chest first, breathing in. And when you're ready, exhaling, coming down either on blocks. Here's option one. Here's option 2, one block underneath the right hip. Option 2 on the block, and then left on the forehead onto the block. And then if you have the space, walking your hands forward and continuing to rest your pigeon, but keep the hips parallel. Try not to roll into the right hip. Deep breaths here. Notice if you're starting to run with the thoughts in your head. Come back to the physical sensation. Notice your jaw. Relax the shoulders. Notice the right hip. Slow breathing. Feel it from the inside out. This is where we start to dissociate from the physical. But the practice is to stay. Press into the elbows, lift up through the torso, pressing into the hands. If you have a block underneath the right hip, go ahead and bring it towards the front and roll into the right hip, bringing that left leg around and bringing it on the outside of the right thigh. Left knee is pointing towards the ceiling, and drop that left glute down, reaching the arms high, and then twisting towards the left. Been here before multiple times today. Press into it and twist back behind you. Maybe finding the chin mudra, connecting the thumb and the pointer. And breathe. Reach your arms high. Inhale. Exhale, counter twist. Turn towards the right. Bend your elbows. Drop your forehead down. Press up. And then bring your left leg around or facing the back of the space. And press into that left foot. The right foot's behind you. And bring that left foot on the outside of the left hand. For that lizard stretch. If you need your blocks, grab them. And then come down onto the forearms, onto the earth, whatever feels good. My leg doesn't like this on this side today for some reason. So I'm going to be gentle on this side. And if you want to go deeper, grounding down through that right forearm, bend the right knee. With your left hand, reach underneath that left leg, reaching for the tops of the right foot, and hinging forward in the torso, finding that right quad stretch. Hug that left calf, left knee into the left shoulder, connecting the body. Release the foot if it's there. Press into your arms and then heel toe that left foot towards the right, finding your version of pigeon. Go ahead, y'all. Tuck the right toes. And then exhaling, melting down, finding the version for yourself. And remember, the shin does not have to be parallel to the mat, to the top of the mat. Your heel can be in. We're all on different journeys. We're all different in terms of our anatomy. So don't force your shin to be in line because that can cause more damage. It'll maybe get there. The more you practice, the more you strengthen the hip flexors and stretch them. But don't worry about it. Do what feels good. Breathe. Soften down. If we have the ability to soften, we have the ability to grow. If we have the ability to soften, we have the ability to find a deeper love and gratitude for ourselves and for others. Go ahead and press up gently, slowly, lifting the torso high and coming down towards that left glute. Swinging that right leg around, framing the left thigh. Reach your arms high, big inhalation. Then exhale, twisting over towards the right. Ground down through that right foot. Reach the arms high, and on that counter stretch, twist, lean towards the left, and bow down. Press into your palms and just unravel, staying here. Plant the feet down, bend the knees. And then slowly, with one vertebra at a time, lean back onto the earth. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, and just find the ball and rock side to side. Keep your knees bent. Find your feet facing the ceiling. Reach for the outer edges and finding your happy baby. Peeling the knees towards the earth and then wrapping that tailbone onto the mat. Rock side to side, or you can stretch one leg and then the other. Maybe stretch them high. Find this last long stretch. And slowly bend your knees and extending your legs out in front of you. Rolling the shoulders underneath the chest, palms open, feet splayed out. Take a really, really big breath in. And a really, really big sigh out. This time, inhale and then squeeze every muscle in your body. Toes all the way up to the crown, towards the face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Feel the sensations of the earth below you. Listen to the sounds that's in your space. And then come to the body breathing. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. If you have time to stay here, please stay in Shavasana for at least 2 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the video for the sake of time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to you, to the world, to myself. Namaste.